Hi, I'm Michael Manny, and welcome back to another edition of Coach's Corner. I'm here with the head coach of the Coconino Panthers, Gary Cook. And Coach, first off, back and forth game against Snowflake last week, one of the premier teams in 4A, like you mentioned. Just take me through some takeaways of week one.
There's disappointment because we lost to a premier team in the last minute. So that's something we've been preaching, but it happened again. But at the same time, literally are one of the premier programs in 4A, and for us to go toe to toe with them the way that we did, I think it tells us how good a football team it is that we have. The thing is, we got to find ways to win those games. That's the goal for us now. So.
Well, Hendricks Utley made some plays at quarterback in his first start. The one that comes to mind for me, that touchdown that got called back, then overturns. Take me through your thoughts on his performance.
That was a big time play, both by him and the receiver. I mean, you're not going to see a better football play than that play. He got that thing off after having to scramble up in the box, and the receiver made a great catch and then got a great burst and scored. So, a highlight play for him, especially this early in his career. So.
And the running game looked incredibly solid too. Dylan Cayotto and Dylan Buckley really on different stretches of the game looked very solid. How dangerous does that make this offense, having multiple guys that can carry the freight like that?
The problem that we had with our running game is, we're an option team, and they took away our option, partly because we just failed to execute. But we brought in something that we're not really known for. We ran up the middle exceptionally well with trap plays, which is something that we made a commitment to this year. So that part's really encouraging. We ran extremely well there. They did take away something that we consider extremely important to us. So kind of a good and bad, but overall there was a lot of good things in the running game.
And like you mentioned, short week this week. St. Mary's coming up the hill on Thursday. What are your thoughts on the matchup?
Well, the problem with it is they're extremely unorthodox on defense, and the short preparation week is extremely unwelcome, to be honest with you. And now their offense is actually our off-season film study. Now what we're seeing from them is simpler, so that's a little bit of a saving grace. But there's concerns about offense because they do stuff that you just don't normally see, and we're on a short week to prepare. So I think what's going to happen is, and what we've been preaching with the guys is, there's going to be ugly moments that they're going to be right, but then that kind of defense, when you're right, you have the opportunity to get really big plays. But you psychologically, you have to keep it together, not panic. Understand, yeah, they're going to have their moments, but we're going to have ours, and ours are going to be more than theirs. Got to keep it together mentally. So.
Is that the biggest focus this week, preaching that?
I would say so. And then the other thing, which is, been our message for months, is, again, those little mental errors. Like the game Friday night, they're driving the third quarter. We handed them 2 fourth down situations where they got first downs, and they were both mental errors on our part. So we're still trying to eliminate those, that very fine line. We lose the game with 43 seconds left. Did those plays contribute to our defeat? Absolutely. So we got to eliminate those plays.
Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck this Thursday.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you very much.